Alright. Now, first and foremost, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakudash, and the balance unto the apostles, and elders of great mercy who have taught us the truth, and peace and blessings to the saints here, I came across the four corners of the earth, pushing this word day in and day out, and I want to do a lesson entitled These Are the Sincere Milk, or these are the sincere milk of the word, which when we know come who we are, when we know been baptized, when we are babes. We're baptized by this word, not by dipping ourselves into water. Hey, born again. So what I mean, we are babes in our mind. We renew our mind, so we are babes. And as babes, what we are to do? We are to look for the basics. When a baby now born, you can't go to a baby and try to teach him something that someone in universities is might be learning. I teach him things like how to speak, how to pronounce letters, how to count, how to walk, how to eat, and these kind of things. And we come in the truth that the things that we had to be learning. The basics, the foundation lessons. Let me just read that precept quickly. I don't want to make it too long. Like 1 Peter 2 verse, so like 1 Peter 2:1. It says, "Wherefore laying aside all malice and all guile and hypocrisies and envies and all evil speakings, as newborn babes, who I am and who some other brothers are, it says, desire the sincere milk of the word, that he may grow thereby." When a baby now born, or a newborn baby, can't go to him and give him, food that adults eat. You have to give him milk. It had him formula and them shit now, but you give him the mother's milk. And the mother had to be well nourished. But guess what? Wisdom is our mother. And when we drink of that milk, that food that is right for us, we can grow in the spirit. We just can't be rushing to learn, to song deep, to song like we on a level. But guess what? Try to learn the basics. So you wouldn't crash yourself. You wouldn't go into have a jive and run into a wall. It have many examples of men that the Lord, fed them with, plenteous wisdom, and guess what? He did that and made them my example. Where they are today now, out of the truth. Or why they didn't, they didn't pace the self. These are sincere milk. They just wanted to reach upon a level to make themselves equal with other men. And then when they follow the truth, where all the wisdom go? The wisdom disappear. Because they really and truly weren't wise at the beginning. They just knew things. They just knew precepts to bring out, to crush Christian doctrines and all other doctrines. But guess what? They weren't really wise. They weren't really they didn't really have understanding. In Proverbs 25, Proverbs 25 and 16. Proverbs 25 and 16. It says, hast thou found honey? Eat so much as is sufficient for thee, lest thou be filled therewith and vomit it. Say, you found the truth, hey, eat as much as sufficient for you. Don't try to reach, or don't try to swallow down everything, and then after you realize, hey, somebody come to you with a simple question and you realize, hey, oh shit, I ain't really learned that. But guess what? You're trying to learn deep breakdowns. Don't look for that. Don't look for that vain glory. Because we ain't gonna get saved for how much we know. We gonna be saved through the faith and true sincerity of our works. Doing the works, sincerely. We ain't gonna get saved by saying, I believe in your house. Right now that we gonna get saved by keeping the laws only. But had to have a balance, and the balance had to be done in all sincerity. Not pretentious. Not backbiting when you do something. Not speaking behind one another back. Not with envy. Not with malice. Not with strife. But in all sincerity. It says, hast thou found honey? Eat so much as is sufficient for thee. So when your wife cook, or if you live with your parent, when your parent cook and you see the pot of food, you ain't just gonna eat all the food. You ain't just gonna take the pot and just because you have food and you're hungry, you just gonna eat up all the food. No, you go vomit it up. And you will still end up hungry. So you take out a plate. You might take out a small plate, you might take out a big plate. So as the scripture says, as is sufficient for thee. You take out a plate and you will eat and you will be filled with probably 4 or 5 hours. And when you feel hungry again, you want to get some more food. It's the same thing with this word. You can't learn everything in one day. You have people trying to be coming up. Men trying to come up and trying to ask 1,000 questions. Guess what? They will ask 1,000 questions, get the answer, and at the end, they won't understand shit because they can't swallow down this in a day. First, you have to learn who you is. You have to learn who salvation for you, and you need to learn the name of the Lord, which is the most important key. You have to understand what is your purpose, what we have to do to be saved. And then they could get into the various breakdowns of the scriptures, to go out on the streets and prophesy. But guess what? It's step by step. When you're learning how to do something, you can't skip step 1 and 2 and go to step 3. Step 3 ain't going to be possible if it is not step 1 and 2. So what you do, you take the first step, the second step, and then the third, the fourth, the fifth step. So that's how it is in the street. You can't skip the basics and jump to the more complex, more complicated stuff. That's why the apostles say desire is sincere milk of the word. The basics. I went into the meaning on the blue letter and it say more simple Christian truths or more simple understanding of the truth. Because really and truly we don't deal with Christianity. But it's more basic Christian truths as the blue letter say. A more basic understanding or more basic lessons in the word. Things that you need to know. Things that you need to go in order to go and stand on the streets. Who salvation for? Where is the name of the Lord? Where is your purpose? We have to do in order to be saved. The laws, you have to learn the laws. These things. Where is baptism? Simple basic things. So when somebody come up now and ask you a simple question, you're speaking all eloquent and you're going into this and that time and ask and they tell you God come to save the whole world. Guess what? You forget. Or you can't remember, or you're lost. You don't know how to explain it to them. And then now we realize, hey, I really, this thing ain't making sense, right? Then I started to question the truth. I started to say the truth ain't making sense, like these poggers who call themselves ex-Israelites. These are the sincere milk of the wood. What they wanted to do, they wanted to be in a position of honor, to be glorious. Guess what? We gonna receive no glory, no, we're gonna receive glory in the kingdom. But let's get this priest up here. And we make the truth make them hate the parents and the relatives. Ain't nobody tell you to hate your parents. Says Hebrews 5 verse 12, it says, for the time you ought to be teachers, you have need that one teacher again, which be the first principles of the oracles of the Most High, and are become such as have need of milk and not of strong meat. And so before you call yourself a teacher, you have to examine yourself. You have to make sure you have majority, if not all, but majority or most of the things on point. Because you don't want to go out there and make yourself look like a fool. You don't want to go out there and embarrass the men of the Lord, or embarrass the ministry, embarrass your camp. It says, for the time you ought to be teachers, you have need that one teacher again, which be the first principles of the oracles of the Most High, and as have become such as have need of milk and not of strong meat. Time men that be trying to break down. That who Solomon is and who Adam is, and going off. And guess what? Hey, they can't even break down John 3:16 properly. They can't even break down Yahushua's name properly. They can't even spell Yahushua's name properly. They don't even know the name of the Most High. It says, for everyone that useth milk is unskillful in the word of righteousness, for he is a babe. Yeah, because you now learn how to walk, you now learn how to talk, you now learn how to creep, as a matter of fact. You now learn the basics in the word. Why? Because you're now born into this life. You will live at first you was living a sinful and adulterous life. Into all different philosophies. You're born and you grow up into different philosophies. So when you empty out that cup now, when you wash your mind now, and you come in this world, guess what? You're like a babe. You're supposed to be like a babe. Because you ain't know anything. That way I had to start afresh and you learn the basics. You don't skip the basics and jump to jump to strong meat, or jump to more complicated things. It says, but strong meat belongeth to them that are of full age, even those by reason of use have their senses exercised to discern both good and evil. And that is the men that basically brought us into this thing, brought us into the truth, that nourished us with the word. That is the more experienced men that went through and tried out different things and realized, hey, this thing ain't working, but this method ain't work, but that work, and so forth. Who strong meat belong unto. And these men, through their experiences, could teach you, I could guide you and tell you, hey, stay away from this, or do this, or when you get into this situation, do things this way or do things that way, or stay away from this. Because why they have what the scripture say? Who by reason of use have their senses exercised to discern both good and evil. So they try out stuff before, so they know, so they could tell you. I just wanted to bring that lesson there. Hope it was edifying through the spirit. And I just want to say shalom. You know, Kalala Hawa Shimia Shai, Bashima Kakodash, double honors unto the apostles and the elders, a great milestone, and peace and blessings to the sincere come across the four corners of the earth. Till next time, this is Martin from China Campus. No, shalom.